skeletal muscles are the muscles that are connected to the skeleton to form part of a mechanical system that moves limbs and other parts of the body. They also support the skeleton and make up 50% of your whole body weight. The skeletal muscles also generate heat. There are four main functions of the skeletal muscle. Contractility, their ability to shorten, which causes movement of the structures to which the muscles are attached. Excitability, the ability to respond or contract in response to chemical and or electrical signals. Extensibility, the capacity to stretch to the normal resting length after contracting. Elasticality, the ability to return to the original resting length after a muscle has been stretched. Smooth muscles are as a muscle that is found in the walls of hollow organs, like your intestines and your stomach. They work automatically without you being aware that they are working. Smooth muscles are involved in many housekeeping functions of the body. A smooth muscle is an involuntary muscle. This means you cannot consciously control this muscle. These muscles are under the control of automatic nervous system. This system controls many systems without us being aware of them. The heart is cardiac muscles. There is only one cardiac muscle in the body, and that is your heart. Unlike other types of muscles, cardiac muscle never gets tired. It works automatically and constantly without ever pausing to rest. Cardiac muscle contracts to squeeze blood out of your heart and relaxes to fill your heart with blood.
Right, to go back to that diagram, would you be able to tell me anything about that diagram? Yeah. If you were to do the presentation again, what diagram would you have on there?
Something that I understood.
Yeah, but for that, what simple picture could you have on there?
Heart.
Okay, cool. Can you name the two muscles in your quadricep? Go for it.
I think it's the hamstring now.
Alright, go for it.
Semitendinosus and semimembranosus.
Okay. What about two of the three muscles in your lower leg?
Gastrocnemius and
next to your tibia bone.
Tibialis anterior.
Good man. Okay, move on.
Antagonist and agonist muscle pairs. In the body, a pair of muscles working together to allow coordinated movement of the skeletal joints. Muscles can only exert a force and do work by contracting. An example is the antagonist pair of muscles used in bending and straightening the arm. To bend the arm requires one set of muscles of the biceps to contract, while another set, the triceps, relaxes. If the arm is to be straightened, the opposite happens. The individual components of an antagonist pairs can be classified into extensors, muscles that straighten a limb, and flexors, muscles that bend a limb. Fixated muscles are a muscle that acts as a stabilizer of one part of the body during the movement of another part. For example, during the bicep curl, the deltoid would support the bicep to take off some strain and assist in this movement. A synergist muscle acts as the aid and action of a prime mover, a muscle which is the main responsibility for a particular movement. A synergist may produce the same movement as a prime mover, or it may stabilize the joints across which the prime mover acts, preventing undesirable movements. For example, a synergist would be the deltoid muscle during a press-up. The front of the deltoid provides additional force during the press-up, however, most of the force is applied to the pectoralis major. Concentric contractions are where the muscle is to shorten as it contracts. An example is bending the elbow from straight to fully flex, causing a concentric reaction of the bicep muscle. Concentric contractions are the most common type of muscle contraction and occur a lot in daily and sporting activities. Eccentric contractions are the opposite of concentric and occur when a muscle lengthens as it contracts. This is less common and usually involves the control of or deceleration of a movement being initiated by the eccentric muscles agonist.
Okay.
For example, when kicking a football, the quadricep muscles contracts concentrically to straighten the knee, and the hamstring contracts eccentrically to decelerate the motion of the lower limb. This type of contraction puts a lot of strain through the muscle and is commonly involved in muscle injuries.
Do you think, that's really good, everything so far is really good. Do you think though that an eccentric contraction is less common than a concentric? Bear in mind that muscles work in antagonistic pairs.
I suppose it would be equal-ish.
Yeah, equal. Yeah. Okay, cool, carry on.
Isokinetic contractions are similar to isotonic in that the muscle changes length during the contraction. Where they differ is that the isokinetic contractions produce movement of a constant speed. To measure this, a special piece of equipment known as an isokinetic dynamometer is required. Examples of an isokinetic contractions in day-to-day and sporting activities are rare. The best is breaststroke in swimming, where the water provides a constant, even resistance to the movement of abduction. Isometric contractions occur where there is no change in the length of the contracted muscle. This occurs when carrying an object in front of you as the weight of the object is pulling your arms down when the muscles are contracting to hold the object at the same level. Another example is when you grip something such as a tennis racket. There is no movement in the joints of the hand, but the muscles are contracting to provide a force sufficient enough to keep a steady hold on the racket.
What type of contraction is that?
That is an isometric contraction.
That is the best sporting example I've heard for that in a while.
Type 1 muscle fibers. These fibers are called slow twitch fibers. They contain large amounts of myoglobin, many mitochondria, and many blood capillaries. Type 1 fibers are red, split ATP at a slow rate, have a slow contraction velocity, very resistant to fatigue, and have a high capacity to generate ATP by oxidative metabolic processes. Such fibers are found in large numbers in the posterior muscle of the neck. Type 2A fibers. These fibers are also called fast twitch fibers. Contain very large amounts of myoglobin, very many mitochondria, and very many blood capillaries. Type 2A fibers are also red. Have very high capacity for generating ATP by oxidative metabolic processes. Split ATP at a very rapid rate, have a fast contraction velocity, and are resistant to fatigue. Such fibers are infrequently found in humans. Type 2B fibers. These fibers, also called fast twitch fibers, contain a low content of myoglobin, relatively few mitochondria, relatively few blood capillaries, and large amounts of blood glycogen. Type 2B fibers are white, geared to generate ATP by anaerobic metabolic processes, not able to supply skeletal muscle fibers continuously with sufficient ATP. They fatigue easily, split ATP at a fast rate, and have a fast contraction velocity. Such fibers are found in large numbers in the muscles of the arms.
Right, so a lot of information there.
Yes.
Simply, slow twitch muscle fibre, what would be a sporting example of somebody who mainly have slow twitch muscle fibres? So humans are born with roughly 50% fast twitch, 50% slow twitch. Some people are born with others. You can train some people to get more than the other. So what type of event is going to suit someone who has more slow twitch fibres?
something that's not reaction based, like that they have to react fastly, or such as sprinting or anything like that?
What, slow twitch muscle fibres? Why are they called slow twitch muscle fibres? Because they contract fast or slow? Slow. So what type of event, type of sport would suit people that have slow contracting muscle fibres that don't get tired easily?
Like long distance running.
Right.
Like that.
Long distance running, because they can keep them contracting. So
Yeah.
therefore, type 2B, so fatigue really quickly,
Yeah.
okay, fast twitch muscle fibres, what type of event?
Like sprinting.
Okay, because it lasts how long?
Very short.
Okay. Just got to think about a lot of information, how much that information have you just read from the internet, and how much do you know?
Analysis of the right leg or striking the ball preparation phase. As we can see here, when someone goes to strike the ball, the ankle is creating a plantar flexion. During this movement, the gastrocnemius is the agonist muscle and the tibius anterior is the antagonist muscle. The gastrocnemius muscle is contracting, concentrically contracting, and the tibius anterior muscle is eccentrically contracting for this movement. So, happening in the knee is, well, the knee is creating flexion movement, and the movement in the hamstring is the agonist muscle, and doing the concentric contraction. Whereas the quadricep is the antagonist muscle, and it is creating an eccentric contraction. In this movement, the oblique muscles and the abdominal muscles will be working as a synergist to support the leg, as the leg is preparing to strike the ball. Throughout this movement, the muscles will be using type 2B muscle fibres.
Well done, Kelly, that was really good.